everybody. All right, says we're live. Took a couple of times, but I did it. How is everybody doing today? Okay, so welcome to Bloom and Create Spring Fling event hosted by Brown Eyed Girls Crafting. I am Penny, my husband Alan is here, and we are Remake It Pretty. So I've already started doing a little bit of prep work. I'm going to be building a floral arrangement in a wood box that someone sent me, and I have already painted the lid to save on a little bit of time. And I'm going to attach it to the box. We're going to build a floral arrangement in it. We're going to be putting a transfer on it. And so y'all just come on in, and I do not know why I cannot see any comments. Alan is on here.
Here we go.
There we go.
Jerry.
Maybe that. Hey, I see him now. Hello, everybody.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Alicia, I guess, is finishing up over there. She wanted us to hop on a little bit early, so I did. And it took a couple of times, but I finally got it to go live. The first time it booted me off, it's probably the weather that's coming in. So hopefully and prayerfully, this will work. All right, I'm going to get this camera adjusted just right so y'all can see. I think this is probably maybe the second time I went live on YouTube. Maybe the third time, but it's been about a year. Shame on me, right? Well, let me get this adjusted right here. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use some plaster chalk paint, and we're going to finish painting this. I'm going to paint it, and then we're going to distress it, as you can see the way I did this. So let's go ahead and get started. I have 45 minutes, and so hopefully I didn't do too much prep work and get ahead of the game.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lori. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Brenda. And anybody else, if I didn't see your name, I'm sorry. But I'm glad y'all are all here. Have you enjoyed today so far? I have watched off and on all day. I think I've caught everybody, unless I got a phone call and had to stop for a minute. But I've loved everybody's projects. This is a box. I have had this wood box sitting in here, I don't know, maybe a couple of years. And so I was thinking, man, he was going to the men's breakfast at church. And I thought, wow, I need a wood box to build an arrangement in. And I happened to remember that I had this one. So I decided that's what I would use today.
Hey, Mara. And Brenda. And Lisa. Good to see y'all.
Good evening, everybody. I was excited I got to do this event. I thought at first I wasn't going to be able to, but it worked out. And here I am. So glad to be here.
What are you doing?
I'm going to make a flower arrangement, but we're going to make a cute box for it to go in. I picked up some pretty flowers at Hobby Lobby yesterday, so we're going to be using some of those. And I put my apron on because I don't want to sling paint on my, it's not very many t-shirts that I like on me now, but this one I like, so I didn't want to get paint on it. So I thought I better put an apron on.
Hello, Sharon. Nanny's Nook 7.
Good evening. How many of y'all are getting the rains and the storms? They're supposed to really get here I think about 10 o'clock tonight. But it looks like it's going to get here sooner than that.
Yeah, it's trying to come in. Joni the Camper. Hello, Joni.
Good evening. Y'all, we appreciate y'all joining all of us today. for this event.
Yeah.
See how sloppy I am with paint?
Hey,
I'll lay
Carolina.
my arm in it before the video's over. I'll probably have it everywhere. That's why I put apron on. I have this one shirt that I wear that has the bell sleeves on it, and everybody gets nervous when I wear that on here because my sleeve goes so close to that paint.
Hello, Darlene.
We're doing a couple of coats of paint to make sure it's all covered. I wanted to tell y'all, everybody's screen has looked so clear over here. You know how sometimes on other platforms it'll get, over yonder, it'll get pixely and kind of, well, it hasn't done that today over here. So I was impressed at how clear the pictures are.
Nanny's Nook. She said, I always forget the apron.
I usually wear one because I don't want to get, paint all over my clothes.
She said, yes, it's very clear.
It is. I am really surprised at how clear it is.
Hey, Farmhouse Stencil Shop.
Hey, Miss Lori. Hey, Dana.
Hello, Dana. That's a beauty of YT.
Y'all, I don't know why it's always, the quality is really, really good over here. I don't know why I just don't take the time to come on here more.
Hey, Sheila. Sweetie's Creations Decor.
Hey, Miss Sheila. How are you today? We had grandkids, y'all, but Colby decided to go spend the night at her Pop's house. And Jaden went home because her little nephew was down there. So it's just me and Alan tonight.
Yep. Yes, it is.
We need to make us a adventurous film going out and about when we're by ourselves.
Hello, Chris. Chris Preston, good evening. She said, quiet night for you too.
We won't know what to do with ourselves.
Yeah.
We're so used to having kids. But they wanted to go home.
Joni said, we can be your encouragers, Penny.
Thank you.
Mara said, I'm always slinging paint.
I do bad. I don't know. I try to be neat with it. You should see me when I paint a wall. It's everywhere. He hired painters to do the house, though.
Oh, yes.
He didn't want me doing it.
Nope, I didn't want to do it either. Dana said, y'all won't know how to act about the kiddos.
I know. We usually have kids just about every weekend. Okay, we're going to do another coat. I've got a really pretty stencil we're going to put on this. Not stencil, transfer. I keep saying stencil. Transfer.
Hey, Deborah. I'm not sure how to say that. Adine. She said, hi, y'all. Spreading the love and blessings. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I don't know the names here, so G Kids. Anyway, she said, hey, y'all, it's the weekend and the grands are getting older. One of mine went to the Great Wolf Lodge with her friend. Yeah, that's going to be something when they start getting older. I told Betty, says, we better enjoy them coming over while they're young because it'll quit.
I told Colby, I said, Colby, I'll be glad when you get your driver's license where you can drive me and Papa around. She said, She didn't want to.
Oh, Chris said, I'm listening while I cut thorns off our citrus trees. Oh, boy. Hey, Nancy.
Citrus trees.
Make all
Those
things
are gonna be
with
good.
me said hi.
Hello.
Hello. There's Pearl Wheeler. Hello, Pearl. She said, it took me a minute to find you. I'm glad you found us.
I am glad you did too. I'm going to paint this top.
Hello, Chris Sanchez. Good evening.
Hey, Criselda. I think I'm going to paint down in here just a little ways, although you're probably not going to see it. But just in case, I'm going to paint down a little bit. We're going to have this filled up with flowers, but I'm going to make sure those edges are covered.
Hello, Lexi. She said, what is it?
It's going to be a floral arrangement. This is just a wood box, and we're going to put flowers inside of it.
Zimmy's Simple Designs. Hello, Zimmy.
Hey, Robin. Her name is Robin.
Hello, Robin.
He said, hey, Zimmy.
There's somebody named Rekindle Blessing.
Hey, Beth. I'm excited to see what everybody crafts
I'm here
today.
too, Beth.
Yep, he's here. I told him right before I went live, I said, you don't have to talk on this one. He looked at me like, how are you going to do it without me?
I said, you don't want me talking? Oh, G Kids. She said, I forget the names are different over here. It's just me, Linda from Southeast Oklahoma. Hey, Linda.
Hello.
Dana said, Penny is the floral queen.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
I love to do flower arrangements. Okay. I think I've got that done. No, I don't. I didn't put the second coat on the top. And I've already put my paintbrush up in my water.
Nanny's Nook. She said, I just finished my wooden spoon from this morning and painted the knife and fork in the elephant. Now to stencil and then transfer to match spoon. Alan, this is Janet. Hey, Janet.
That's going to be pretty.
From Nanny's Nook. Thank you, Janet.
All right.
Hello, Shayla Kay.
Hey, Alicia Kay. Y'all,
Hello,
my grandkids call her Shayla Kay, so that just stuck with Alan. He calls her that too.
I forget her name's Alicia. Joni said, Penny, have you ever known a preacher to sit quiet for very long?
No. No, I haven't.
Beth came on and said, my name is Beth Allen. Alicia K said, I have so many names. There's Sarah. Hello, Sarah.
All right. This is burnt umber. Just going to put a little bit in my tray. Use my little palette knife and distress along the edge. Just a little. I'm going to turn it this way.
Oh, Janet said, Alan, my hubby has struggled with names since we met. I never mind people asking me my name. Okay, thanks.
I'm bad with names too.
Me too.
We had this a lady at church, and Alan has asked me. He said, "What is her name?" I said, "Well, I don't know. I don't want to ask her." And so we
Yeah,
had
you
a
did.
no, we had a women's get together, and we all had to wear name tags, and she had her name on, so I'll never forget
Oh
it
yeah,
now.
yeah. I thought you were talking about Joy.
Okay, oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's go this way. Just want this to look like it's kind of been around a while, scratched up. There's one side of this, and I hope I did the right side. One side of this I'm not going to do yet because I'm going to do my transfer first. Okay. Sorry, y'all, but I cannot stand that on my hands.
Oh, I love it.
What?
Janet said, I can always tell when Andy can't remember someone's name as he doesn't introduce me.
He does
So
the
I do it
same
myself.
thing.
I do the same thing. I just kind of look at her like, aren't you going to say something?
Or he'll hold on a 30-minute conversation with somebody. If we go out to eat and he sees somebody that he used to know or whatever, he'll just talk and talk and talk. And after they walk off, he'll say, I would have introduced you, but I don't know who they are. I don't remember their name.
She said, oh, she does it herself, introduces herself, and then he says, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That's perfect. Oh, mercy. Griselda said, I just saw a beautiful red bird.
Aw, I love red birds. Let's go ahead and do these little things a little bit.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that.
All right.
It's such an awkward
I don't know why
situation.
I itch on my face every time I paint. And I'm always scared I'm going to have a big streak. Okay. Now let's move this. For now, here's my transfer that I'm going to use. Griselda sent me this.
I like that.
She said she got these transfers from Essential Stencil.
Oh, Dan said, I have a bird nest in my knockout roses.
Mm. Okay, now this is going to be a little bit bigger.
Everything's going good on the new job.
So I'm going to put this on here as best as I can.
Hello, Bonnie.
See it? It's got a little bit of an overhang. But we'll work with it in a minute. Let's heat it up a little bit because it'll come off easier.
Okay, so, ooh, it's getting dark. Alicia said,
It's a
look
weird
outside.
looking cloud that way. It is. I hope and pray that the weather stays away so I can get this live done. I'm just going to rub it real good.
We have a cold front coming in this evening. It's supposed to be cool for most of this next week, up in the in the 50s and 70s. We've been close to 90.
Yeah, around here you keep your shorts and your sweaters out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Okay, I'm going to bring this up a little.
Oops, said there's the rain. Pearl said that would be a heat wave for us, Alan. This cold front coming out. 50s and 70s. Yeah, yes, it would.
I'm going to go on around here. Is that, there's a bug flying here. Okay.
I hear the rain now.
And there is still a little bit on there, but it's okay. You're not, I didn't need that anyway. Pulling it slow. Make sure it's all on there.
Oh, looking good. Look at that. That looks so nice.
I'm just going to rub it. I forgot my Mod Podge over there if you'll grab it.
See, you did need me.
Thank you. Okay, now I'm going to lay this down here. We're going to rub that right on there. That's good enough. Good enough. There's our truck. We are going to distress it though before we do anything else to it. That rain's really coming down.
What's for dinner? That is a good question. We were talking about that.
We don't know yet.
We haven't decided. Hopefully the rain won't be too bad. There's Sweetie's Creations in decor.
Hey, Sheila.
She said that looks cute.
Thank you. I'm trying to distress a little bit on here so it will all match.
Pearl, do y'all have snow on the ground or is it all melted?
Okay.
That's so Mhm.
Now we're gonna seal that on here, and I have Mod Podge to do that with. Ah!
What
I
happened?
forgot to dry that. Oops. No problem. I forgot to dry my paint.
Oopsie.
Dry your paint before you before you do that.
Where you put Mod Podge on? And there's the reason why.
Dry your paint first.
Earl said, hopefully it doesn't storm too hard. We're going out for supper. Fundraiser for the Lions Club, roast beef. Still have some snow where the deepest drifts and banks were. Oh, okay. Well, y'all have a lovely supper and
We're hoping to go out, grab
hope the
some
fundraiser
supper.
goes well. Sarah said, that sounds good.
That one dry up there. It's okay. Now let me seal right here where this is. Okay. Now we're going to dry it, and then we're going to start doing our pretty stuff.
Dana said, let me guess. Mexican.
Well, I kind of like some Mexican food. That's my favorite.
Lisa said, I had to add a sweatshirt on today. Oh, wow.
Really? Well, we're supposed to get a cool front after this rain.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 50s in the morning.
I'm looking forward to it.
Sarah said it's chilly here in Nebraska, only up to 50 degrees, but very windy. Ooh, that is cold. Yeah, 50 degrees wind is cold.
Yeah. What time is it?
You got 20 minutes.
All right. Now this has a top on it, and I thought about adding it to it and just kind of letting it stick up in the back like this. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use some. Oh my goodness! I didn't turn my. You know what on?
Beth said Mexican is my favorite also.
Oh, we love
Yeah,
it.
we love it. Alicia said, I'm still working on my craft, lol.
I did not. I didn't turn my glue gun on. See if you can get it out. So I have this battery operated heating up, and I have my Sure Bonder heating. We'll see what heats first. What heats up first?
Dana said, were you able to find some beautiful florals at Hobby Lobby?
I did. I did find some. Get my styrofoam. I cannot believe, the way I have my table rigged up, we've got plugs with a switch, and I'm always afraid the grandkids are gonna come in here and turn it on, and my glue gun will stay on, so I turn the glue gun off. That way, I don't have to worry about it.
Jerry said it's been in the lower 60s all day after the rain this morning.
Wow.
That's very comfortable.
I'm gonna do wood glue and hot glue. That's a Type Bond Premium.
Sheila said, that's so pretty.
Thank you. All right, let's add our glue. Hold that just a minute.
Sheila said, I found more florals at Hobby Lobby today like I need them.
They had some pretty
Never
ones.
can have enough or too much.
Okay. Let's go ahead and put our foam in here. I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Stick that in there. And I'm going to cut another little piece. Let me grab my foam cutter. I'm going to stick these pieces right inside.
Lisa said some days it's hard to pass up the Hobby Lobby florals.
Especially when they're 40% off.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of good old messy moss in there. And then we'll start putting our flowers in. Y'all, I have a trash bag that I put this stuff in because I make such a mess if I don't. I'm just sticking enough in there to kind of fill it up. All right. Okay, let's get to it. Look at these pretty little flowers. I thought these looked so pretty and springy. I'm not sure how long or how tall I want them. I'm not going to glue them. I'm just going to stick them in there because you never know. Somebody might want to change it out. Okay, how many more minutes do I have?
You have 13.
13 minutes.
I don't know if y'all can hear the rain or not, but it's pretty loud out there now.
Yeah. Looks like we'll eat peanut butter. And I love these little lavender. What are these called? Doesn't say. But they're pretty. I might need some tall ones in the back. Let me turn it so y'all can kind of see what I have going on. Kind of build up that back a little bit.
So that's for darn sure, LOL. Pearl said it looks like a beautiful spring bouquet. It really does. It's very pretty.
I think I don't know, that needs to come up or something.
I heard some thunder that time.
Now I may add a little bow up there on the top and the back.
Dana said, "You still have those little white flowers?"
Somewhere. I don't remember where I put them. Just looking for them. Let me show you what I have so far.
Those?
Yes. Well, those will work. I think they'll work. We can give it some pops of white.
Okay. Sharon said that is cute. Joni said that's so pretty.
To fill in some little holes.
Deborah said so pretty.
Okay. Now I might do a little bow and tack it back there on that back. And I have this ribbon. Nothing big. Just a little.
Darn said that is cute.
Thank you. We'll see how this looks, if I want to use it or not.
Brenda said that is very, very pretty, Penny.
Thank you. I'll get it over here where y'all can see. Y'all, in the description of this video, I put the link for the YouTube collaboration. Where did my paper go? Bloom and Create Spring Fling. And that's where you can see all the creators in one place. So it's in my description. So if you lose it, you can always look at the description and see where to find it again. And this is put on by Brown Eyed Girls Crafting, Lisa Brown. And coming up after me is Char's Art from the Heart. So y'all stick around and enjoy the rest of your Saturday with us. We're going to shorten these tails for sure. Just going to dovetail those little ends. I'm going to glue it right up there on the top, I do believe. Because if I put it down here, that might take away from the truck.
Don't mess with the truck.
So we're just going to add it up there on the top. Just to give it a little something, something. Because I have a few more minutes and I needed something to do.
Dana said it's been a wonderful event with a great lineup of creators today.
Thank you. I've enjoyed it too. We appreciate all of you watching.
Yes.
I know Lisa appreciates you all.
I appreciate having somebody to talk to.
Yeah, he's tried to talk to me today and I've been buried in my phone watching. He finally just walks off.
I can tell when she's not listening.
I'm putting a button in the middle of it. I'm sorry. I should have showed y'all that. turn it around, show you. I'm trying to get those flowers to that middle where I want them. All right. What time is it now?
6 minutes.
6 more minutes. So y'all let me know what y'all think. The stencil
That is awesome.
from Essential Stencil.
Let me see
Christelle
the
sent it
look.
to me in some Happy Mail. And the back of it. And I just like, you don't have to distress if you don't want to. I personally like that look. And I actually had thought about putting some antique wax on it and making it even darker. But with it being spring, I thought I would just leave it the light color. And let me arrange these just a little bit better.
Vicky said nice arrangement.
Thank you.
Sharon said love it. It's very pretty.
Thanks so much. I love doing little projects like this. I think they're very fun to do.
Thanks for all the likes. Thanks.
And thank you, Chriselda, for sending the transfer because
Yes.
you made it possible to do this little craft today. And you know, I don't remember who sent me the wood box, or I would give them credit for that.
Pearl said love it, Penny.
Can't remember.
Luann said
Thank y'all.
cute.
Thank you so much. Okay. I got about, she said go the full 45 minutes. All right, let me see. I'll show y'all something else that I did since we're here and got a few minutes and I'm done with my craft. I shouldn't have did any prep work. Then, let's see. I'll show you this. This is a toolbox that Alan built. And we did some arrangements in it with a transfer. And this one was also from Essential Stencil. I think is what Chrisella told me. And these florals, some of these are Hobby Lobby, some are Dollar Tree. I just used what I had. But I did go back and put the yellow ones in here last night after the auction was over. Because I didn't like the bigger things that was hanging in it. So I changed that out. So there's another little idea. And I distressed it the same way as I did the one today. So you can see, you can take any little container and make it pretty just by adding the right florals to it. A little bit of paint, whatever. Still got time?
Yeah, you got 3 minutes.
Here's a little bucket that I did last night on the show. We just grunged it up with coffee grunge and painted it with truffle paint. So that's another little project.
Pearl said I like the different yellow flower you put in it.
I think it looks way better with those yellow flowers than it did with the others.
Hello, Sue.
And here's another little arrangement. And this was a little piece. It came from Hobby Lobby. A follower gave it to me, who is a real good friend of mine. And then the birds from Hobby Lobby. And then I just added the florals to it and just created that. So I really like playing with flowers, you know, seeing what I can do with them. Sometimes it turns out cute and sometimes it's not so cute.
No, they always look good.
But anyway, but that is my project today. Thank you so much for joining us. In the description, I'll repeat again, bloom where you bloom and create. I got it written down, still can't read it. Spring Fling. Coming up after me is Char's Art from the Heart. I know she's got something wonderful planned. So I hope that you will stick around in the group and join the next creator that is coming up in 1 minute. She may already be going. I don't know, because we're supposed to come on like 3 minutes early. So I don't want to get off before 5:30 in case I'm not supposed to. I got to do Lisa a good job. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope to be doing more of YouTube. So I hope you will come back and see me again sometimes.
Thanks for having us, Lisa.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. We appreciate you so much. I'd be lost without Lisa, y'all. She's been my go-to for the past uh, 2 years, probably.
Thanks,
So,
Janet. Appreciate that.
yes, thank y'all so much for joining us. I'm assuming that I can get off now because Shar should be going. All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy the next creator. And thank you, Lisa, for putting this event on for all of us today. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.